Welcome to Sanitation for the first 8 weeks in the online section. Again, I really apologize for the delay in getting this. Normally I record these on the first day of the semester, but the weather kind of threw me off and I wasn't able to come in yesterday to get this taken care of either. So I just wanted to kind of introduce you guys to the course and what you can expect from this Thursday course. So first of all, I do have the PowerPoints on here, which is the information that I use in the in-person class. And I provide these to you guys in online because I think it's helpful for you to be able to look at these when you're studying or even when you're going through the learning modules that are on my lab that I'll show you, just so you can kind of see what's important to look through for this course. Let's start with going through the syllabus, and you can find it here, but I already pulled it up, so I'm going to just pull it up for you guys here. And a couple things that you can see when you're looking at the syllabus. You have my contact information. So again, I'm Michelle Riley. I am a registered dietitian and teach nutrition and food safety for our department here. You can see my office and phone number. My email is really the best way to contact me. It's a lot easier for me to respond to an email if I'm not sitting at my desk or if I'm at home than it is to respond to a phone call. Certainly feel free to call, but you're probably going to get a quicker response through email. I've got office hours here. You can see, but I'm also normally around other days. So if you know you're here on another day and want to chat, just shoot me an email. We can see if we can set something up. I will also do virtual office hours through Zoom. So if you have a question or want to run something by me, you can do that through Zoom, and I can help you set that up if that's something you're interested in. So we are all online, but you will have to come to campus either March 12th or March 14th to take the ServSafe exam. The exam will be held in campus. I will proctor it, but we do have to have special sessions when we have that exam. So we will do that. It will be computer-based, so it will all be online. I will give you some more details about the exam when it gets closer. So you do need the either book with electronic voucher and MyLab Access. If you buy at the bookstore, it'll have all of that. You can also purchase an online version, and I do have an ebook version that has both the electronic voucher, which is needed for the exam, and then the code that you need to access MyLab. And I will try to either send that out an email later today or shoot me an email if you guys want that as well. So you do need that, though. You cannot take the voucher without, or sorry, you cannot take the exam without the voucher. I've got some other things on here. Please read through the syllabus just so you can see my policies and what I expect. You can look at all the other great resources we have on campus as well. The grading for this, your MyLab quizzes or those chapter tests that you guys will do, and assignments will be worth 40% of your grade, and then the exam will be worth 60%. So that final ServSafe exam is important, and it is actually required to pass this class. So if you do not pass the ServSafe exam, you will not actually be able to pass this course. So just keep that in mind. It is really important. The ServSafe exam is not easy. Some people think, oh, 1 credit hour class, food safety, don't use the same knife for chicken and lettuce, I got it. And while that's important to know, the exam is much more complicated than that, and so this is something that you will really need to work hard and study on and make sure you're following along, because it is not an easy exam. And so, while we will give students a second chance to take the exam if they fail the first time, we can only let you take it twice, and if you fail both times, you unfortunately will fail the course. So it is something that I don't tell you that to scare you at all. I just tell you that because it's important to really take it seriously and make sure you're putting the time in to study for the test. If you do nothing all semester and then try to rush it through everything at the end and don't really study for the test, you're probably not going to have very good luck passing. So, it's very doable test. You just really need to make sure you study through the material. So I have put suggested kind of class schedule. Now this class is online, and you are able to kind of go through the modules as you wish. And what I would really recommend is that you kind of try to keep on to this schedule that I've put up just to help keep you on pace. But again, it's flexible and it's totally up to you. I have some people who will go through everything in the first few weeks, and then they'll start going through the things they don't know again, the couple weeks before the exam. So it's totally up to you. All assignments are due on the 11th of March. And then again, one of those 2 times you will have to come in and take the exam. And when it gets closer, I'll ask you to let me know like when you're going to come in to take the exam, etc. Just so I can have an idea of what time you're planning on coming in. But please make sure you plan for this. I give you these dates now so that way you know if you have to ask off work or you need to find childcare or whatever, that you are able to go ahead and get that taken care of and set now, because we aren't able to just offer this exam whenever. So I give you this schedule, as a tentative schedule so you can go through that. All right, back to Canvas. I am asking that you go through, to get to MyLab through Canvas. So this is going to be really important. So you can find it here, click Open MyLab and Mastering. I've actually already opened it, so I'm not going to click it again, but that's where you will get through there. When you're setting up, so mine, I'm already logged in, it knows it's me, it's already and mine looks a little bit different because I'm an instructor, but when you click on that, it's going to ask you to go ahead and create an account. If you don't have a kind of MyLab, it may ask you for some of those different things. I'm not sure with it being directly through Canvas, we're kind of figuring out the kinks on that, exactly what it's going to have you do, but it will ask you for an access code, and that should have come with your book. If not, please contact me. I'm happy to help. If you're still waiting on your book or you're trying to figure out, or if you want to order that ebook version that I can give you guys a link to, you can still go ahead and set up your MyLab. Whenever it is on the screen asking you for your access code, at the bottom there will be an option that says two-week free trial. So click on that and it'll let you access this material for 2 weeks for free while you're waiting on the rest of your access code to come in, or if you're waiting to go buy the book or you can't get to the bookstore yet or whatever. I understand things happen, but you do have those 2 weeks to go ahead and get started. So you'll look at the assignments and you can see for each chapter you'll have a learning module and a chapter test. So they're all due at the same time, but again, I don't recommend you wait till the last minute to do all of them. Part of why they're all due at the same time is that way it allows you to go back and study as well. So you can go back and use these as a study tool as well. You can go through the learning modules as many times as you want, and same thing with the test. Now, I kind of told you this in the email, but just want to make sure that whatever score it says for learning module, don't worry about it. All I look at is if you completed it or not, because it will have little quiz questions in there. And last semester, some of the students noticed that the grading wasn't really lining up well in the learning module. You may have gotten all the questions in the module right. It said you didn't or whatever. Don't worry about that part at all. All I look and see is if you did the module. And then the test, I will look at your score and that will be calculated in. But if you work hard, there's no reason everyone shouldn't just get 100% on all the tests, because you can go back and take them as many times as you want. So there's that for you. So you can see all of those. So please go through and do those as well, so you have an idea. This will count towards your grade. So you'll access that again through that MyLab tab on there. I will be putting some more stuff up here when it gets closer. I've got a review lecture I like to post, and I can kind of give you some extra practice tests and things like that if that's something that you guys are interested in, which I'm sure the answer is yes. So I will add some things, or I may even post some announcements or some interesting things if there's food recalls, different things like that. I'll try to send out an email once a week just to keep everyone up to date on what's going on. But this class is online, and it is really your responsibility to make sure you are doing your work. The one thing that I do need is for everyone to do that Chapter 1 test by Sunday night. That's just because it's really important for attendance. This is only an 8-week course, so we need to make sure everyone's able to access MyLab. And so even if you're just on the free trial, that's okay, but please go in and do that first chapter test. You can go back and retake it even if you're just taking it fast and your score's not great. I understand, no worries, but just please make sure you've taken that chapter test. That way we can troubleshoot if there are any issues getting onto MyLab. I know at least everyone has access and is able to do that. And again, that's required for attendance for this course, so you will actually be dropped from the course if you don't complete that and I don't hear from you. If you try and you have an issue, email me. I know you're in the class trying, but if you don't take that test and I don't hear from you, I will have to assume you're not participating in the course. So that's just kind of one caveat. All right, hopefully this was helpful. Again, I'm really sorry. I always like to just come in the first day and record all these for you. So sorry it's the third day of class when we're getting this up, but I hope this was helpful, and please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions.